Welcome back, everyone. Today I'll be doing C-Set Mathematics, question 10b, a matrices question, and 10c, which is a vectors question, and it is June 2022 past paper. Let's get started. Part B states the 2 by 2 matrix C. This is a 2 by 2 matrix. We have 2 rows, 2 columns. Is defined in terms of a scalar constant k by determine the value of k given the matrix C is singular. When we say a matrix is singular, it means that the determinant is equal to 0. So that means the determinant of C is equal to 0. So we need to find the determinant and equate this to be equal to 0. So doing so, I'm going to multiply 3 times 4 minus 6 times k, that's 6k. And the determinant of this will be equal to 0. Now, 3 4 is 12, so I'll have 12 minus 6k equals 0. I'm going to carry over the 6k. So I have 12 equals 6k, which is the same thing as saying 6k equals 12, and then divide both sides by 6. So k is equal to 2. For the next question, which is 10c, we have in the diagram below, O is the origin, OX is U, OY, so this is OY, is V, and OX and OY are extended so that X and Y are the midpoint of OA. So this is the midpoint, X is the midpoint of OA, and for OB, Y is the midpoint. So it states express BX in terms of U and V. So it says Y is the midpoint of OB. So what that means is that OY is a half of OB. That's what it means. Because it's the midpoint, that means it's a half of this line. Since we say OY represents V, that's what this says, OY represents V. So I can have V is equal to a half V, half OB I should say. And I can multiply both sides by 2. So 2 times a half, that's 1. So what this is saying is that OB is equal to 2V. Now, we're asked to find BX. This is the line BX. So BX, we're moving from B to X, so we're moving in this direction. So since I found out that this entire line is 2V, to find BX, B, you went from B to X, so you go B to O, then O to X. So it will be BO plus OX. Now I need BO, but look at the line, it's O to B, that is 2V. So if I'm going BO, then it means I've changed direction. So this becomes minus 2V, and OX are going in the same direction, so this is U. So this is the answer for BX. Now it says, given that YA and BX intersect at M, and M is equal to 2MX, express BM in terms of U and V. So given that YA and BX intersect, so let me create YA, so it intersects at M, And they also said BM is 2 of mx. So BM is 2 of mx. Let's go ahead and write this. So they say BM is equal to 2 mx. So that means that BM is equal to, let's go to this. So BM is twice the size of mx. That's what they're saying. All right. So it means that BM, if this is 2 parts, then this is 1 part. The entire line, this would be 2/3 of the line, and this would be 1/3 of the line. So mx is 1/3, and this is 2/3, based on the fact that they said BM is equal to 2 of mx. So you can get 2 of this line on here. If I say BM is 2 of something, it means you can get 2 of it out of it. So it means from here to here, I can get mx, and then from here to here, I can get another mx. So in other words, I can divide the line in 3 parts, and BM represents 2/3 of this line. So this would be 2/3 of BX. Now, BX is this. Just one BX. So that means I can have 2/3 of minus 2v plus u. 2/3 times minus 2v. So 2 times 2, that's -4. And then 3 of my v. 2/3 times u. So that's going to be 2/3u. Now, for the next part, using a vector method, show that the ratio ym to ya is 1:3. So I'm going to get the diagram. So this is the diagram. We have show that the ratio ym, so ym and ya is in the ratio 1:3. Now let's look at ya. Ya is equal to yo. I'm going ya. Then ya is equal to yo plus oa. So ya is equal to yo plus oa. Yo, because I'm going the opposite direction, that's going to be minus v. And then oa, now with oa, since this is a midpoint and this is u, then the entire line here is going to be 2u, because it means this is u and this is u. It is cut in 2 equal halves. So therefore, OA is 2u. So this represents YA. Now, let's look at what's YM. Now, with YM, which is this portion, I can go from Y to B and then B to M, or I can go from Y to O, O to X, X to M. However, I'm going to choose ym to be equal to yb plus bm. That's the shortest route. So yb plus bm. Why b? Why to b? If this is v, this is another v because it's the midpoint, so it means this is v, this is v. So YB is V, and we're going in the same direction as the line. And then BM, we're going in the same direction. And let's look at what we got for BM. This is it. So therefore, BM is minus 4 over 3 V plus 2 over 3 U. So simplifying YM, this is like 1. So what we have is 1 minus 4 over 3. So this is 1 over 1. So the LCM is 3. So 1 into 3 goes 3 times. So 3 times 1 is 3. Minus 3 into 3 goes 1 time. 1 times 4 is 4. So this is going to be 3 minus 4. That's negative 1/3. So therefore, 1V minus 4 over 3V. That's negative 1/3 V plus 2 over 3 U. So let's look at what we have here. And I am going to just go ahead and put this on the next slide. Is equal to minus V plus 2U. That's YA. And then YM is equal to minus 1/3 V plus 2 over 3 U. Now, what I'm going to do here is factor out 1/3. When I factor out 1/3, I'll be left with minus V plus 2U. How is that? So it's like this minus 1/3. I left the minus sign as it is, and I just took out the 1/3. And just remember that 2 over 3 is the same thing as 2 times 1/3. So it means if I took out 1/3 from here, I'll be left with 2. If I multiply this back, I should get above. So 1 over 1/3 times minus V, that's minus 1/3 V. 1/3 times 2, that's over 3, then U. If you look at this right here, you have the same thing. So what this is saying? This is saying YM is equal to 1/3 of YA. That's what it's saying. So in other words, this is saying that YM to YA as a ratio is basically 1:3, because here it is saying that YM is equal to 1/3 of this line. So in other words, if I'm supposed to rewrite this as a fraction, this would be saying that YM is equal to 1/3 of A. So you can look at it like this. 1/3 as a ratio is 1:3. And what this is saying is that YM can be expressed in terms of fraction as 1/3 of YA, which is what this is saying. So having it as 1:3 is like we're saying this is 1 part and this is 3 parts, and expressing it as a fraction, a ratio as a fraction, would become 1/3. But this is YM is 1/3 of YA. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel.